Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dibs, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter today. This is part 5 of my most under-the-radar prospects for the 2025 NFL Draft. I'm going through 5 more awesome prospects. Guys, if you love the NFL Draft, you know what to do. Please consider subscribing. Let's go! All right, let's jump right in, guys. Number 5, Dante Corleone, interior defensive lineman out of Cincinnati. Let's talk about a guy with one of the best nicknames in the college game, the Godfather. The Godfather was PFF's highest graded defender in 2022 and registered the 6th most run stops of any defensive lineman nationwide. He ended the 2022 season with 44 tackles, 3 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. According to PFF, his 94.7 run defense grade was also the best mark by any defensive player since Parsons in 2019. Despite ranking just 256th among interior defensive linemen with just 172 snaps on run defense, he registered 27 run stops, which was the 6th most in the nation. The Godfather helped lead a defense that ranked 5th in the country in yards per play allowed at 4.61 last season. Dante Corleone and the Bearcats defense will have some heavy lifting as the offense plays catch up with a new coaching staff and starting quarterback. However, this is one of the breakout stars of 2023. Let's watch some highlights. Coming in number 4 today, let's go to the ACC and talk about Cedric Gray, linebacker out of UNC. Cedric Gray was a former wide receiver recruit who has completely owned the linebacker position at UNC. While still on the smaller side for the position, Gray is more than willing to put his body on the line and simply has a knack for finding the football. This is a guy who made first contact on a ball carrier 122 times, which was 15 more than the next closest defender in college football last season. At 6'2" and 230 pounds, Gray is a good athlete for the position. His burst, build, and long arms give him some higher potential than some of the other off-ball linebackers, especially when attacking the pocket or trying to beat ball carriers to the sideline. His recognition and anticipation for takeaways and coverage need work, but he still recorded 2 interceptions and 4 forced incompletions in 2022. He did miss 17 tackles last year, but that's what's going to happen when you play nearly 1,000 snaps. In other words, his missed tackle rate was just 10%, one of the lower numbers in the class. Let's watch some highlights. All right, number 3, let's talk about Brevin Spanford a tight end prospect out of Minnesota. Here's a guy who is 6'7" and 270 pounds, and no, he is not an offensive lineman. Spanford plays like a mobile offensive tackle at tight end. According to PFF, his 82.5 run blocking grade last year led all Power 5 tight ends, while his 14 big-time blocks were 4 more than any other tight end in the country last year. Even further, Spanford is also one of the best receivers at the position. He does not have elite speed, but he knows how to use his plus size to his advantage and can win against tight coverage. He recorded 2.22 yards per route run in 2022, the 5th best mark among FBS tight ends. As a 5th-year senior last year, he played 12 games and had 40 catches for nearly 500 yards for an average of 12 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating when targeted of over 100. In pass protection, he gave up 1 pressure and 0 sacks. An even more productive 2023 season, and Spanford could be challenging JT Sanders for the 2nd best tight end ranking right behind Brock Bowers. Let's watch some highlights. Number 2, let's go to the SEC. We're talking about Beau Lemmer, a center prospect out of Arkansas. Beau Lemmer is an all-around stud at right guard or center, depending on where you see him at the next level. According to PFF, the redshirt junior was one of only 3 Power 5 guards who recorded 80-plus grades as both a pass and run blocker last year. This is a guy coming off a stellar 2022 season as the team's starting right guard in the first 12 games before getting the nod at center in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl win over Kansas. Limmer, who totaled a team-leading 983 offensive snaps, only gave up 4 sacks and was penalized just 5 times in 2022. With rookie Stromberg heading to the NFL and the star duo of KJ Jefferson and Raheem Rocket Sanders in the Arkansas backfield, the offensive line will need to perform at its best to truly maximize the potential of the Razorback offense, and all of that starts with Beau Lemmer lined up front. This guy's versatility across the offensive line, the ability to play center or guard, his elite size, strength, immediately makes him one of the premier interior offensive linemen in the 2024 class. Let's watch some highlights. Coming in number 1, one of my favorite prospects in this entire draft. We're going to the Big Ten. We're talking about junior Colson, linebacker out of Michigan. Colson was born in Haiti, and after his father passed away when he was 7 years old, he was adopted and moved to Tennessee at the age of 9. He tells the story that a Michigan hat was the first thing he saw when he came to the United States, and now he's a starting linebacker for the Wolverines for arguably the best defense in 2023. Junior Colson oozes potential. 2022 was his first year as a full-time starter, and while he showed some inexperience, he more importantly displayed some really nice coverage instincts. He didn't get his hands on any interceptions, but he forced 3 incompletions and caused many more no-throws his way due to good positioning. He also has one of the lowest missed tackle percentages in the class at 6%, whiffing just 7 times all season in 2022. Colson is a rangy run defender with the quickness to get to the ball before blockers can react at the second level. He has an excellent feel for working off blockers and is arguably a top 50 player in the 2024 class. Let's watch some highlights. All right, guys, those are 5 more under-the-radar prospects for the 2024 draft. Do you agree or disagree with my rankings? Who are some of your favorite under-the-radar prospects? Let me know down in that comment section below. For everything NFL Draft, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Crockpot. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Stay awesome.